Hey guys, welcome back. Today I want to talk about two things. Females laying earlier than expected and a new way of incubation I'm going to try out here. So this girl was actually due to lay on the 11th of March and today's the 6th. So she's actually 5 days early, which isn't necessarily uncommon. I've had them lay late. I've had them lay early. As far as I know, I think when I bought her, she's a first-time mom here, so sometimes things don't go according to plan. Um, but she is an albino, a double visual albino Ultramel. She's basically all white, but you can tell she's albino. I'm assuming and hoping that the way that I bought her, she was ID'd properly because I actually bred her to my OD leopard firefly Ultramel het pied male. So the goal with this is to make a bunch of babies that are all visual Ultramels, assuming that she's ID'd correctly. All of the babies will also be 100% albino, which I really don't care about, and the babies will also be 50% het pied, which with genetic testing we can actually test out now. But the goal was to make a bunch of Ultramels. He has 4 extra genes in him, so we get 4 extra genes, which are awesome. Um, so we get like a ton of really cool babies out of this. It looks like she has 6 eggs so far, which is awesome. They all look healthy. But let's talk about incubation real fast. If you haven't seen my videos about my DIY incubator, check that out. I'll try to post a link in here for you. Basically, that was originally put out in the video by Garrett Hartle of Reach Out Reptiles, and I made, I think, 2 videos about, I kind of refined it, how to do it myself. And it's perfect if you have like 5 or 6 clutches and you get like a big igloo cooler. But with that, there's no substrate. You just put the eggs in a box and you fill the bottom of the incubator with water. And I'm actually going to start trying that in my egg boxes here. I use the ReptiChip Easy Hatch trays. Typically, what I would do in here is I would fill the bottom with perlite, and I would soak that perlite in water so it keeps everything humid and the humidity up while the eggs are incubating. Technically, because we're using these hatch trays and I'm not putting the eggs directly in the substrate, there really is no reason for substrate. I'm thinking that this kind of works at the same principle as the DIY incubator does, where you just need the humidity to be high. Doesn't matter how it happens, as long as the eggs aren't soaking wet. And I'm thinking this should hopefully do that for me. So with this clutch, I'm actually going to try it. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in the bottom. I'm going to monitor it to make sure it doesn't evaporate too quickly. That's kind of my only worry with this, is that maybe it evaporates faster than when you're using it with the perlite. Put the water in there, put the hatch tray on top, and you don't want it too close to the bottom of the hatch trays. Here, zoom in here. You don't want the water too close to the bottom of these because you don't want any condensation forming on the bottom of these ridges. So make sure the water's low enough so it's not touching. So with this female here, this mommy who's sort of doesn't want me here anymore, it looks like we have 6 eggs. So I'll pull the eggs off. And they'll actually look good. So I'll put them there. I'm going to check her, make sure there's no eggs left in her. She looks pretty empty. She wasn't super big to begin with. Let me see. She, yeah, she's empty. As you can see, she is pretty stinking thin. So she's hopefully going to go on food here quickly and get her, back in healthy again. So let's stick her there. I'll wash her off here shortly. We got 6 eggs. They're actually kind of on the smaller side. I don't know if you can. I can't really show you compared to other eggs because I don't have any here. But yeah, they're a little smaller than what I would normally expect. But I always try to get these eggs as quickly as I can because you see how easy that popped off. The eggs come off extremely easy when they are just freshly laid. So when you do that, you're not worried about ripping them. I've never actually torn an egg, thank God. But this pulling the eggs out as soon as the mom lays them kind of makes it all easier for you. But these are all kind of small. Honestly, probably kind of look like half the size of what some of my bigger eggs were this season. But that's okay. They still look like they're healthy eggs. I'll check them for veins, and I think we should be okay. Let me get some of the substrate out of here. So I'm very curious to see if this causes any issues incubating this way. I wanted to do it with a smaller clutch. I actually have another female that I bought from the same breeder that's a double het Ultramel albino that I probably could have tested this with, seeing as I'm not guaranteed to have Ultramels out of that clutch. But she's actually a bigger female, so I'm thinking there's a bigger clutch in there. So I kind of just figured, hey, I'll try it now, see how it works. That female is due to lay, I think, in a week or so. She was kind of had her pre-lay shed, I think, like a week after this girl. So there we go. So I think we have 6 good-looking eggs here. No substrate in the bottom of the incubation tub, and we'll see how it goes. Today is April 6th, so around the beginning of June, these should hatch. Again, because there's no perlite in there, I'm gonna make sure I'm watching this box to make sure that the water's not evaporating too much. I'm still gonna put the press and seal on top to make sure it keeps the moisture in. But I don't see why this won't work. And if this does work, it's probably how I'm gonna do it moving forward. Having to buy perlite nonstop, having to rinse it out because it's pretty dusty, and not that's like one less thing I have to keep here. Makes it better. And you're also getting more water in this tub when you do it this way. And what that does is if there's ever any temperature fluctuations in the incubator, having a little reservoir of water in here might actually help keep the temperature a little more steady. So that's my goals. Those are my goals with trying it this way. We'll see how it works, and I'll keep you guys updated when these are ready to hatch. So thank you guys for stopping by, and we'll see you next time.